We started working with XML sitemaps the day that they were announced several years ago. I said that's huge because at that particular time, one of the things I taught Jeff Walker, a big trick there, and I'm sure you've all heard him talk publicly about how much money he's made for my stuff, because he's also one of my best friends. So, but it's a true endorsement. It's a true story. I tell true stories. So, Scott, you've heard me talk many times about that stuff, and Scott's actually got a lot of those stories, and he'll tell you. Sites we build and stuff. This is an XML data feed for my site. This is for my blog. I can promote this URL itself if I want to. However, this is the XML sitemap for Google. The day they announced that they were going to have it, what happened was I was already teaching my clients to actually go out and have their sites indexed and build these sitemaps on their individual sites because that was very, very important to getting indexed by the search engines. And I ranked extremely well because when I built the site, I'd build a special sitemap. And I'd have a piece of software that crawled the entire site and linked every single page to my master sitemap. I've talked about this so many times. But then when they announced Google had this XML sitemap thing, I said, that's huge. And my brother started working on a program. I said, we need a program on that. We need it right now. And that was 2005, I believe, the summer of 2005. But within days, somebody else wrote a plugin for WordPress. So I told my brother, you can stop working on it. Because I knew that WordPress would be the way for me to go. So there's a plugin that's actually in the version that we give you to install. And it's by a gentleman named Arne Brockhold. Doesn't matter. It's in there. It's a plugin. And it creates a sitemap. Every time you post something new, it creates a new sitemap. Google launched this in 2005, and people have argued about whether you should use it or not. I use it because I believe I've tested fully about using sitemaps, and sitemaps are great. If you can tie it into your blog automatically, why not do it? They launched it in 2005. At the end of 2006, MSN and Yahoo said, you know what, we're going to start supporting the XML sitemap, and if you want to let us know you have one, just drop it into your robot text file and tell us the URL of the sitemap itself, and then we'll send our robots over to index it. So it's now part of all the major search engines. So Google came out with it. A year later, Microsoft and Yahoo both said, all you got to do is take the URL here. I believe this is it. Does anybody know the robot text file call for this? Rick, do you know? Is it just, you put in, there's a special code for it. I don't have it. If you do a quick search for it, it's really easy to find online. It's a sitemap, robot text file sitemap. And it'll say allow, but it's not allow. It's like, anybody? No, I don't know if it's disallow. It's a different tag, I believe, altogether. The point being that there's a special tag now that you can actually put in your robot text file to let them know that you're actually using an XML sitemap. Or what you could do, somebody want to guess what you could do to make it easy? Yeah. This is a URL, folks. You can promote this link any way, any shape or form, anywhere you want. Once they find it, they know it's there. So that's just the idea. Where can you promote it? Promote it everywhere you can. And where else were we? YouTube. I'll go back to my presentation, see if we got something else in there. All right, so you get the idea that it doesn't have to be your site itself that ranks well. We've learned that, right? That's very important. YouTube is on top, number one, number two. There's a lot of competitors for that term. I don't even know if that's probably the YouTube channel we looked at, but we've got multiple YouTube channels. This video is also called different things in different search engines in different markets. Sometimes it shows up as affiliate marketing, sometimes internet marketing, sometimes it's Jeff Johnson. We just repurpose it, and it keeps showing up. And we use different accounts. We already talked about this over and over again, so I don't have to talk about it. That's just, they're paying $600 commission per sale. It's a big launch. Get in front of the traffic. Get in front of the traffic. How do we know the traffic's coming, folks? Because every Tom, Dick, and Harry internet marketer is sending you emails warming you up for the big sale, the big close. So even if you're not part of the JV inner circle, they don't let you know that far in advance. You don't need that much time, do you? Have we proved that? Have we proved you don't need that much time to do this stuff? So StopperNet sends a link out because they want to be on the first tier. You sign up underneath StopperNet, they get a 5 or 10% cut. StopperNet gets first crack. They mail out. Do you really care if StopperNet makes the extra 5 or 10%? It's not taken away from your pocket at all. It's giving them incentive to share these ideas with you, right? And you get to make money now because StopperNet sent you a link to sign up on the second tier. So what do you care? Doesn't detract from your earnings. So you might not be the first person, but as we talked about earlier, I wasn't close. You had said, that's probably the last one to even mention it. So, boom, you don't have to be part of the inner circle. If you are part of the inner circle, you got more time to build this stuff. Or if you're in a market that's not the big internet launch market, but they do have launches or they have a new product out. Imagine if they don't launch, but they're creating the buzz out there because it's a small niche market. You're not competing against nearly as many people. For some reason, there's a disproportionate number of competition in internet marketing versus the other markets because we all learn how to do internet marketing and we're internet marketers, so we think we have to sell internet marketing related products. I don't like to. I prefer selling real products to real people. That's what I prefer doing. So, but I can't argue. You make money. That's the actual shot. This is, wasn't even a lot of people. They said only 323 people clicked. 323 people, $19,800 in less than a week. So, earnings per click were really high. I think the EPC on this listed as $61.30 per click. Can you guys make money with this stuff? If nothing else, leaving the seminar, just stuff like this is going to make you money in any market that you're in. Do not waste your time in the internet marketing unless that's your market. And I still advise you to go out into the real world because there's a hell of a lot bigger markets with less smart people competing against you to get in the search engines. Not less smart. Let me rephrase that. Less aware of the tricks of the trade that we learn how to use. Okay? StopperNet, first day they opened up. I was one of the top affiliates. Mike Filsaime beat me out at the last minute, mocked me out of my spot from 5th to 6th. But he has probably 5,000 times more people on his list than I do. And he's a great marketer, too. And he came in at the last minute and knocked me out. But that was a very short-term promotion. Didn't take much work. I don't have a huge list. I don't